Hey guys, Grant Langston here, and we are just outside Glen Helen Motocross track with the guys from Upshift, about to go and head up in the hills near Bear Creek. Big Bear. I live near Bear Creek. But anyway, wanted to share with you the project bike that I've been working on for a few months. Had a few people help out with bringing some cool parts to the table to really sort of make this 500EXC KTM a little bit different, a little bit unique, and something cool as well. So as you can tell, first things, we powder coated the frame, the swing arm, went for a different look, kind of give it a little more blacked out look. I feel like when I'm going off-road, I like to keep it a little more stealth. So anyway, just something a little bit different. But I'll start from the front of the machine. What we did with the importers for Zeta and DRC. So they do a lot of stuff, obviously for Moto, but it's a lot for Dualsport as well. So a lot of cool knick-knack parts that they do. So really neat for that sort of stuff. We put the Zeta hub in the front. Obviously, a lot of that is just the bling. Put it back with a stock wheel. Did change the tires front and rear because obviously they come stock with more of a highway use tire. Threw on some Dunlops that are great for trail riding. We're going to be doing mostly off-road. Suspension. A lot of riders struggle with the height on the KTM. So KTM do have a lowering kit. We also work with SDI that make the parts. And then at Langston Motorsports, we can actually lower suspension. We've done it for some of our customers. And it definitely helps out. And while we have the suspension apart, then obviously you can go and make some adjustments, maybe for your riding style or your weight. Also threw in some X-Trig clamps. These things are sturdy, they look good, and they have a great feel for the front end. Speaking of feel, we also went with the rubber-mounted bar mounts. That just takes a little shock and vibration out. That's more just for someone like myself who's had some wrist injuries over the years. But a lot of older guys like them too, so that helps out. I went with the Zeta bar buses, and what's cool is the handguards actually have the blinkers built in, the LEDs, so street legal, look cool, very discreet, all built in. Obviously some Pro Taper flex bars. Once again, that's more for comfort. The Ims Oversized Gas Tank. If you're going to go anywhere probably over 120 or so miles, you're probably going to want a bigger gas tank. This thing's really nice, also integrates with the stock plastic. And believe it or not, for how much extra fuel it holds, it's really not that bulky. I was pleasantly impressed. Went with a light speed carbon skid plate. Obviously, if you're going to hit some rocky trails, it's good to have that frame protected, and especially your casings. Nothing worse than being out in the middle of nowhere and you've got a hole in your casing. That'll end your day real quick. Hinson on the clutch. They've always made the best components in that department as far as I'm concerned, so we threw one in here. Works great. Obviously, a Cherbit's plastic. The grip frame guards. Obviously, one protects your frame, helps with the grip. Also went with the Akrapovic slip-on. It's California legal, so for a lot of people that want to meet the emissions and keep it all above board, that's one way you can go, get a little more performance, sounds good and looks good. And then once again, with the Zeta parts on there, we did what we call the Fender Eliminator Kit. They do it for the sport bikes, dual sport, whatever you want. Get rid of that goofy big back end, as we call it, and little LED blinkers. Some knick-knack parts. Basically, Zeta do a sort of a kit that comes with all like little plugs and caps and screws, and all the shifters and levers are adjustable forward and back, in and out. So hopefully that'll not only look cool but also help prevent things from breaking. And now we're about to go and tackle the hills and have some fun.